Hi, welcome to the AnandaShree Astrology Full Moon Forecast for February 19th, 2019, a supermoon. So the moon is waxing and waxing. It's almost full. And by February 19th at 7:54 a.m. in Pacific time, which will be much later in the evening in my time, the moon will reach complete fullness and begin to wane again. So I made it to India. I'm here hanging out in the corner of the ashram right now in Amritapuri in Kerala, the jungle. See this big tree behind me. A lot of birds. So yeah, it's very hot here, no longer winter for me in Kerala, and I am a little jet lagged, so excuse me if I'm a little bit slow today, but thanks for coming to join me for this lunar forecast. This full moon is a really big one, literally. It's a super moon, so it's the biggest and the closest it's going to be, therefore the brightest, all year. It's the brightest full moon of the year. And it's called, in India, the Magha Purnima. And like I talked about last new moon, we're in a very holy season. The month of Magha, the full moon of Magha, is a time when there's a lot of pilgrimages and holy bathing at rivers. And this year there's the Ardha Kumbh Mela in Allahabad in the north of India. Magha Purnima is a very auspicious time for taking a holy bath, for prayer, for giving alms, for giving charity. They say any kind of charity you give this full moon is multiplied in its benefit for the others and for you as well. So it's a very good moon, full moon, to be doing spiritual practices. This season, Magha, is holy because it's the beginning of the year. And in Hindu belief, 1 year is 1 day for the gods. So the very beginning of the year is like the dawning of the day, which is the most holy time of the day as well. So like its name, Magha Purnima, this full moon will be in the area of the sky, or the section, the lunar mansion, called Magha, Magha Nakshatra. Magha is in the constellation of Leo, and it's actually the brightest star there in the constellation. It's called Regulus. It's a very famous star, star of kings, or the heart of the lion. It's actually in the heart area of the constellation of the lion. Very beautiful star, very powerful as well in its meaning. Regulus literally means something regal, something royal. And in Vedic symbolism, Magha also is symbolized by a royal throne. So there is a connection to honor and prestige and leadership with this star. Now, Magha is also the area where the Pitris, the ancestral spirits, dwell. These are the protective guardian spirits that protect a lineage, or Pitris were actually the fathers of all life on this planet, you could say even. There's a lot of possibility for healing family karma at this time, I think, too, like connecting in with who our family is, our history, our bloodline, our DNA, and the stories maybe behind some of the people in our family, for good and for bad, or maybe, just what we understand. This full moon is a time when a lot of healing and self-knowledge can come through connecting in with our family histories even. Magha star, Magha Nakshatra, also is given the Shakti, or the power to leave the body, the Tyaga Shapani. I think I said that right, Shakti. So this power to actually leave the body, astral projection, or how our spirits travel from one body to the next in transmigration. This very special power to connect with the spirit world, to actually travel into it, is it's very unique to Magha star, and it really speaks to something interdimensional about the power that dwells in the stars. So really this is a very spiritual, quite literally powerful full moon for connecting in with those more subtle realms. So since about January 29th, Venus, the goddess of love and relationships and material prosperity, has been... oh my gosh, this tree. So since about January 29th, Venus has been traveling through the same sign, Sagittarius, sidereal Sagittarius, where Saturn is now. Now Venus and Saturn coming together could have been a lot of coming to terms around real problems in relationships, or making commitment in relationship, or coming to terms with what you really need or do not want in a relationship. Now Venus will be doing something really important around February 24th. Venus is going to be passing the tail of the snake, Ketu. This is the south node of the moon where the lunar and solar eclipses happen. Ketu is the tail, so he's the one that dissolves. He's sort of often past life as well, we can see in a chart, or where we need to let go. So Venus crossing Ketu could dissolve relationships. It also could bring in past life karmic twin flame type of relationships as well. So I'm going to be headed to Tamil Nadu and doing a little temple tour there, checking out the 9 grahas, the Nava Graha, the 9 planets of Vedic astrology and their temples down in South India. And I will still be I do have some slots open to do readings while I'm here. So if you want to reach out and get a reading from India, I'm available. You can check out the link below. And let's just see what the tarot cards have to say about this powerful supermoon, full moon, in Magha Nakshatra. Okay, wow. Well, the first card is the 5 of Wands, very fiery, intense card. It's a Leo card, where Saturn in Leo actually, where Leo is, remember, where this full moon is in the sidereal system, right at the heart of the lion, in fact. So the 5 is burning pretty hot, though. And maybe this is a little bit about how there's a lot of pressure, too, in the power of this full moon in some ways. It's a super moon. And like I said, Magha is a star of honor, power in itself, and the connection to our families, our karmic entanglements, or karmic debts that we owe as well. It's important not to fight or push against what is, especially when it comes to family relationships. Sometimes it's necessary, of course, but there's a quiet power in accepting and allowing as much as possible, too. And another very powerful Leo kind of card, the Sun. This is literally, the Sun rules Leo. And right now, like I said, the Sun is still in the northern hemisphere very weak, but it's growing in power, and this is why it's considered to be a very auspicious month, the Magha Purnima, the Magha month. And the Sun is the creative energy as well. It's the source where we all come from. Remember that even though we don't maybe even fully understand our heritage, or where it is we do come from, There's a generous and protective force coming through just who we are and what we are through the heart. The sun. In sort of an innocent energy of the children playing, like angels. But the P3 is the fathers, and the Leo in general. It's a lot to do with how we create as well, right? How we parent, how we teach others, how we give of ourselves. And there, another one, another Leo card. Wow. This one is the Strength card. And again, having to do with the power of not having to force, of not having to prove yourself, simply being with what is and connecting in with what is. That's where the true power is. Like the sun, always shining. For sure. That's the dharmic force, I think, of the sun, is that it's sure to rise. There's no reason to question. Let me take a look. There's no need to fight. There's no need to push. There's no need to compete anymore. The source of where we come from is ever giving, ever protecting us. Connect with that source through your own generosity, giving to others, through forgiving others, and through honoring the people who have given to you and forgiven you for the things you've done. The creative force of life is continuing to expand always. Surrender and listen, and allow it to carry you like the river of life after death, moving into life again. To the sun you come, and to the sun you go. The source of all, the Atman, the wisdom of all time, the oneness, is where we go even after death. And it's what gives life, ever giving and creating anew. You are part of that. You are one of a million suns shining. Don't fight your own light. And hold your power. Wow, some fiery Leo cards. It's a lot of wisdom, a lot of very mysterious kind of spiritual power in this full moon. So take advantage, and thanks for coming to my full moon report here. It's so hot in India. If you'd like to book a Vedic Astrology reading or tarot reading, check it out online. I do give readings here on Skype, and WhatsApp is the best if you do WhatsApp. Also, if you'd like to get on my newsletter, it's free. I'm going to leave a link below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will see you soon on the next new moon, Shivaratri. Take care.